we have 3 generations of fibres. Viscose, which is more than 100 years in the market. Modal, which is a high wet modulus viscose, has been in the market over 45 years. And then you have Tencel, which is our brand of lyocell, which is, this year is 20 years in the market. So this is our 20-year celebration.
That's a long time, yeah.
Tencel has found different niches and new markets for man-made cellulosics. Denim is a major market for us. Tencel is in denim for particular reasons. Aesthetic, so you have softness and dread and comfort. Performance, because it has high strength, particularly wet and dry, high chemical resistance, and more importantly, you have environmental reasons.
Eco-friendly reasons.
The USP of Tencel, the unique selling point, was always sustainable responsibility, closed loop processing. Since it came into the market in 1992, nobody cared about this aspect. In the last 5 years, the market has completely turned around, and now, instead of being one apologetic slide at the end of a presentation, sustainability is the first 5 slides of a presentation. So in the market today, brands are using Tencel in blends or in fabrics for the aesthetic. Some like the performance, and others like the sustainability. There isn't one trend.
So how do compared to cotton, how much water use saving is there compared when you take Tencel?
Well, if you look at the growth of the trees that go into Tencel,
yeah,
which are we use eucalyptus trees. In the production of Tencel, the amount of water that is used is virtually zero on irrigation of trees. The trees are grown
on their own,
without irrigation, on what they call marginal land. This is land unsuitable for arable crops. All the water that is used in the production of Tencel fibre is actually for cooling purposes in the manufacturing plant. But if you take that amount of water versus, say, cotton, if you look at best practice cotton, American, Chinese, you're looking between 5 or 10 times as much water per kilo of fibre. If you look at say, cotton from Africa, Pakistan, the difference can be up to 100 times because of the inefficiencies in
100 times.
Yeah, in irrigation. I remember a story from IKEA, who do a lot of work with their cotton supply, saying when they first looked at this aspect, they went to, in Pakistan there was a story, the farmers would very proudly show them their cotton fields, and then they ask a question about irrigation. So the farmer goes, opens the sluice gate, the water run on the field, and the water runs off the field, because none of the fields were level. So they were wasting 90% of the water. So today, I think in cotton you have so many initiatives on how to improve water, fertilizers, pollution from pesticides. So there's a lot of work going on in that area. BCI cotton, cotton made in Africa. But if you're making the comparison between cotton as a crop and trees as a cellulosic source, there is a big difference in
still even after
water
BCI
use. Yeah, water use of pesticides, the type of land, the yield from the land. There are many actually comparisons that are in favour of Tencel. Of course, cotton equals denim and denim equals cotton. There's no getting away from that. But I think there's a position for other cellulosics in this huge market. And I would say slowly over the last 20 years we've made more and more progress. And today we are with brands and retailers at really different ends of the retail scale. We have the likes of Prada or Gucci making product that is very high end, but the same fabrics find their way into, let's say, H&M and Zara. You can imagine the price difference, but actually the fabrics are not so different, you know?
Yeah.
So you have 100% Tencel products that are very much a ladies' wear product. The change today from 10 years ago, it's in a very much younger market. It's in premium denim, West Coast, US brands. There are many brands using Tencel in blends with cotton in stretch. So this super stretch, super soft product is kind of dominating that market.
Especially the jeggings part.
Jeggings. And frankly, why would the two things that a woman wants in a pair of jeans? Number one priority is fit.
Softness.
Number two is comfort. Fit from the stretch, comfort and softness from the fibre. I don't see how, this combination today is not a fashion or a fad. Why would a woman move away from that? And so this segment that really has been a big story for 3 or 4 years in the LA area, I see this now really strongly coming to Europe and even into the Asian Chinese market.
Chinese market especially is picking up for this kind.
Yes, I mean the challenge for us is to understand how we engage with Chinese customers.
India is still behind because Indian women do not wear so much of jeans.
I think it's a menswear market.
It's a menswear market.
And when I tell you a story, when I first went into India 10 years ago, longer than that, we thought we had a great product, these 100% soft, beautiful drapey products, this Western perception. I go into India and the reaction is, never mind the softness of the drape. We want to feel something that is worth buying. They want to feel something that is rough and tough,
Which has got thickness.
Actually, Rough and Tough was an Arvin brand, I remember,
Yeah.
I still have. In fact, you could buy the garment panels that you could stitch together yourself, yeah.
And we remember our families, maybe 20 years back, our mothers and all, they used to say, okay, this is heavy, it's good,
Heavy is good.
Heavy is good. That was the perception.
Yes. So I think India, for us, we need to find a way. I think we are hoping that China holds the promise that I read about everywhere. But you only have the example of Levi and Denizen brand to understand that really many times a Western perception
can
fail. So we don't want to fail. So we're at the start, but I think we can hopefully find a way.
But already China is the biggest market in the world. So there's definitely.
And I think certain Western brands are finding that it's their biggest market already. Yeah. And we have to try and do the same. So I think that I'm very optimistic for the future. Mills, brands and retailers, I think, finally understand what they can do with our fibres. And the market is fragmenting and people are using it in different ways, different blends, different combinations, different finishing. Coatings has been very strong for tensile bases, prints and piece dyes. It's a really exciting time to be in denim. Even the catwalk collections, you know, and you know, you think when you've run out of ideas, just new ones coming from all areas. And what also keeps me going is that these new markets are everybody is accepting denim as they want denim as their, you know. I was in India last year. We had a meeting. It was in a relatively small town. We came out of the meeting 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We go to the train station. So the students start coming out of the schools or whatever. In 5 minutes I look on the platform. They're all young people. Everybody is wearing denim. You know? You think, my God, look at the potential here. It's huge.
I mean, and you see already consumption in India is more than 500 million meters domestic consumption. It's huge consumption.
Huge.
And you know, you'll be surprised to know that polyester is actually a big part of this.
Really?
Very big part of this low level consumption.
Yes. Yeah.
So they already, I mean, different fibers are being used. Maybe not tensile, but
yeah. And for us, I think today really what is helping us in the market is this really up and coming focus on sustainability. And okay, denim and sustainability, you could argue, are still wide apart. But there's enough interest, really some strong interest. We are involved with the Sustainable Apparel Coalition, with the Textile Exchange, with the Right Group in the UK, all of them focused on sustainable textiles. And you know, I can't see anything stopping this movement now. We have to. We can't carry on the same way.
There's no other alternative actually.
And key people in the industry, iconic figures like Adriano Goldschmidt, Francois Gibault, they are talking from this gospel now. They realise that this is the way forward. So it's powerful. Tencel was born out of a desire for sustainability before anybody really even talked about this. So it was a fibre ahead of its time. Its time is now. I mean,
it's coming.
Life is about timing. It's here.
You
know. For 50 years it wasn't here, and I lived that life. You know. So it's an interesting time.